Good morning, everybody, and welcome to another exclusive TriStar webinar. What we will be discussing today is a service offering from TriStar called a CAD Utilization Study. I'm recording this session for future review, which will be made available on our TriStar website. At the end of the session, we will open up for some questions and allow you to ask any questions you may have about this presentation. So let's begin. Whether you've been using CAD tools for 1 year or 20 years, there will always be room for improving your design process. Many of our customers today have become complacent with their design processes and the way they apply their CAD tools. In most cases, we find that our customers can get far more utilization and productivity from their CAD tools by simply increasing their user skill sets and removing inefficiencies from their processes. What if you could reduce product development time, fine-tune your CAD infrastructure, improve user skill sets, reduce training costs, improve design data reuse, increase your design efficiency, eliminate defects from the manufacturing process due to design errors, and improve your ability to share CAD data with your customers or suppliers? If you've ever considered any of the above, then perhaps a CAD utilization study from TriStar can help. So for those of you who may be new to TriStar, just a little overview. We are headquartered in Phoenix, Arizona, with operations across the U.S., Canada, and Mexico. We are PTC's largest value-added global partner, with the execution of over 400 successful Windchill migrations and implementations, and over 5,000 direct customers in North America. TriStar's goal is to enable our customers to make higher quality products with less effort. We have formed valuable partnerships with our customers that allows them to connect, automate, and clarify their product development ecosystems. You can see many of our customers to the right. So about the CAD Utilization Study. The CAD Utilization Study begins with a comprehensive survey and structured set of interviews that we conduct with the design managers, engineers, and other individuals who create and access CAD data. We also perform a detailed review of the CAD data and your CAD infrastructure, including standards and best practices currently employed. These activities in turn enables us to fully understand and document your current CAD processes, capabilities, and challenges. Identify a baseline and future state of where you want to be. Identify standards infrastructure, gap analysis, and provide a recommended solution highlighting both quantitative and qualitative results and benefits. Our objective is to focus attention on design productivity, identifying challenges and opportunities for productivity improvement in the design process, considering best practices in workflows, CAD standards, and data management. Consider the collaboration and interaction with partners and suppliers. Consider functionality and usability of your current tool sets. Understand what's available with tools, technologies, capabilities that can bring improvement. Identify any potential roadblocks. Identify the solution set and develop a roadmap to success. And identify business value and an expected ROI. The activities of the CAD Utilization Study are first to send out a survey to prospective participants. We'll come on site and like to have a plant tour so that we can see your processes, see your manufacturing facility, and discuss some of your challenges. We'll interview several participants and collect the CAD data as well as your CAD infrastructure information, any standards and best practices documentation, and so on. With all the data that we've collected, then we start to really perform the study. The outcome of the study, we present any design challenges that you may see, solutions to those challenges, any recommended best practices, and benefits and ROIs. In a little bit more detail, post-survey, the activities include a manufacturing or design facility tour. We'll interview our sponsors and stakeholders. We'll interview any design process contributors and stakeholders. These interviews typically run 20 to 45 minutes each. We like to interview any mechanical engineers and designers, any configuration or documentation management, electrical engineers, or manufacturing engineers. We'll review the current design process and infrastructure, your product development processes, templates and configuration, libraries and data reuse, standards and practices, including any internal documentation if available, and also review your hardware compatibility. We review your current models and modeling practices, and then present findings and demonstrations to the core technical team for alignment. We'll develop a cost estimate, an ROI and phased implementation strategy, and co-develop executive presentation to management for approval and budgeting. It's really a three-step process. The first is to introduce the opportunity to the stakeholders and any management that may be involved in the decision-making process. We'll execute an NDA if needed, and then identify participants. We'll send out surveys to those participants, and then work on scheduling interviews. During the actual assessment, which is typically performed on-site, we'll typically tour the facility and discuss your challenges through that activity. We'll perform our interviews and CAD data review. We'll consolidate the data that we've collected, analyze and diagnose the data, and prepare a results presentation. The results will include challenges and initiatives, solutions and recommendations, values and benefits, and return on investment. When planning the interviews, we typically like to interview 6 to 12 interviewees. However, we have interviewed more. These interviews typically run 20 to 30 minutes with a 10-minute gap in between. Sometimes they'll run up to as much as 45 minutes, and that depends on the involvement of the individuals being interviewed. As far as the interviewees, the process interview would include engineering management, manufacturing management, and IT infrastructure. The technical environment interviews would typically be conceptual and industrial designers or stylists, mechanical engineers or designers, your analysts and R&D folks, manufacturing engineers, NC programmers, machinists, tooling engineers, tool makers, mold makers, die specialists, Q&A specialists, and IT or CAD administrators. CAD data, your part models and assemblies, are core to the development and production processes. Many downstream uses rely on the integrity of the data at this level. As such, it is imperative that the creators of this data use precise and robust methods during creation. Here's some example part findings. When we review the CAD data, we really review it from a holistic approach. We look at the templates that are being used, we look at the parameters in the models, we look at any relations that are being used, we look at the features that are being used to make sure that they're the correct features. We look at how parts are assembled together, the constraints that you're using, how the features and assembly constraints are applied, the use of mechanisms. All of these things, we really do a comprehensive investigation of the CAD data so that we can provide feedback on where you can make improvements and fine-tune your processes. As a result, we'll typically make some recommendations around training and other activities based on the results of the study. Skill level setting, bringing disparate lower skills up to a desired skill level. Advanced skill building, advanced configuration training as needed. Customer-specific needs, whether that's training, mentoring, or consulting. We will also advise on CAD infrastructure and Creo extensions. What configuration settings you have in your config.sup, your config.pro, your pro detail, and etc. Start models, templates, formats. We also check your computer hardware against the PTC hardware compatibility data. And we'll make recommendations on additional Creo extensions that you could benefit from, capabilities, and productivity. Now, I personally have performed several of these CAD utilization studies at various customers across North America. And here's some of the feedback that our customers have provided us. The first one is from a company out of South Dakota, and they were interested in increasing their manufacturing ability to have a more dispersed manufacturing capability. Their feedback was that the results of the CAD utilization study provided them exactly the ammunition they needed to present to their management and request funding to achieve their dispersed manufacturing goals. Next customer was out of Iowa, and they had some problems with their design process that was leading to a lot of waste and scrap in manufacturing. They knew they had some problems in the design process, but had no idea what extent. They said that these findings will allow us to focus our efforts to help solve those problems. Another company in Southern California, they truly appreciated us coming on site and performing the CAD utilization study. The results that we provided valuable insight to their design challenges. And then finally, a customer out of Toronto, Canada. This customer said that they've been taking Pro-E training for over 20 years. However, the training plan and delivery methods from TriStar as a result of the CAD utilization study were by far the best Pro-E training they have ever received. Now with that, I'd like to open up to questions. I know this was a short presentation, so I'll try to answer any questions that you may have. If you'll please type your questions in the dialogue. The question is, I'm listening on the headset. Is there any sound yet? I hope everybody's hearing my sound. I'm on the phone. Any other questions? Well then, with that, I appreciate everybody's attendance today. If you would like to request a CAD utilization study from TriStar, you can visit us at www.tristar.com/CAD utilization study, or you can reach out to your TriStar sales account representative. With that, I'd like to say thank you to everybody, and I appreciate your time today.